Are you serious? Are you serious? I'm very serious. And today, Russian President Vladimir Putin sat down with the brand new president of Iran in Turkmenistan, and they were discussing the Middle East. They're discussing Israel. They're discussing the fact that Iran supplies Russia with weapons, and Russia is supplying protection, airspace protection for Iran against a potential attack, a promised, a vowed attack by Israel. Let me tell you all about that just a second. If you don't mind, let me put a shout out real fast for bhmd1.com/Paul. That's bhmd1.com/Paul. We've been told our whole lives that wrinkle creams were the easiest way to look younger. That didn't work. Now, one doctor says that's just old news. According to Dr. John Lakey, the world-renowned Beverly Hills beauty expert, most wrinkles fixes on the market are nothing but just glorified moisturizers. They hardly make a dent on your appearance, and some can even be harmful to your skin. That's why Dr. John Lakey has focused his attention, guys, away from the mainstream cosmetic industry. Why? So he can pursue a revolutionary anti-aging breakthrough, one that some experts say could empty the wallets of the cosmetic industry. It's almost like photoshopping your face. Photoshop your face? Yes. You may even be mad, folks, angry after you see just how easy it is to visibly erase the wrinkles that you can see. His personal clients have dubbed his new do-it-yourself technique as the age rewinder. And this method, because it takes years, some people, it takes decades off their appearance. Are you serious? And in light of this amazing breakthrough, Dr. John Lakey has released a step-by-step video to the public. It's free, uninterrupted, where he outlines exactly how to use this simple solution from home. And if this helps just one person, folks, get more confident, feel better about themselves, he said, I'll be thrilled. Now, this video has been seen over 3 million times. It is going viral, and it will help you understand the power of being set free from the wrinkles that and from the aging process. Check it out. Go to bhmd1.com/Paul. That's bhmd1.com/Paul. You will be very glad that you did. Now, let's talk about what Putin is doing. You know, guys, Israel has vowed they are going to retaliate. They are going to pay Iran back for firing 320 missiles and then 181 intercontinental ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles at certain targets of civilians population in Israel. Now, Israel's Iron Dome worked beautifully, but still, what if any of those had got through and hit a major city? It would have killed thousands. Israel said they have vowed they will respond. They will, and they said it will be painful. So what happened today? President Vladimir Putin, boot-scooting, nuke-and-shooting Putin, actually sat down with the new president of Iran. I mean, and I found this stunning, really. I really did. But he did it because, guys, these guys are absolutely believe that this Middle East belongs to them. They really believe that. And that's where you have major concerns, okay? And let me tell you about this meeting because I think it was quite extraordinary, to say the least. But Putin went to Turkmenistan, okay? And they sat down in this meeting. And here's some of the information that they're saying about the meeting. Iran's new president, Pezeshkian, and I'm saying his name a little bit wrong, Pezeshkian. He is the new president of Iran, because you guys remember the former president of Iran crashed into the side of a mountain back in May after he threatened Israel. Well, these two presidents got together for a meeting. Russian President Vladimir Putin sat down and met with Iranians, brand new president, and concerns is growing over the escalation of the attacks between Israel and Iran, along with its network of proxies that have aligned themselves with Iran. Iran and Putin, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian discussed the situation in the Middle East as they were sitting on the sidelines of a regional meeting over in Turkmenistan today. According to Russia's media and according to Al Jazeera, as well as CNN and the Associated Press and other mainstream media, they met before their two countries are expected to sign a strategic partnership agreement. Pezeshkian said that he hoped the agreement could be finalized at the BRICS. That's right, at the BRICS summit. And of course, that's the new currency that Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are trying to form. They are forming, and there's a bunch of other nations that's going to join in. This is to try to dethrone the US dollar as the leading currency of the world. This summit is going to take place October 22nd through the 24th in Russia. Now, during the meeting today, though, Putin told Pezeshkian that Moscow and Iran, their positions in international affairs were often very close, and that Russia's state news agency TASS is reporting. So the relations, he said, with Iran are a priority for us. They are developing very successfully, said Putin. Iranian news agency also quoted Pezeshkian as sharing a similar sentiment. He said, quote, economically and culturally, our communications are being strengthened day by day and becoming more robust. Guys, tonight, if you watch on the Big Picture, Bishop Larry Ragland interviewed me, and I'm on his show tonight. That show starts on his YouTube channel called The Big Picture. That starts tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's 7 o'clock Central. So at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, you can watch this 1 hour broadcast, Bishop Larry Ragland interviewing me on his show on The Big Picture, okay, on YouTube. Now, Israeli military has sent ground troops into southern Lebanon now. You guys know that. And they continue to bombard Beirut and parts of the country where they know Hezbollah stronghold troops and rocket launching capabilities are located. They are smashing the Lebanese armed group Hezbollah. They have killed the top 13 leaders of Hezbollah with strategic strikes. But Hezbollah has built a strong alliance with Iran. And now Putin is signing an agreement with Iran, not just militarily and to supply each other with missiles and rockets and artillery, but to create the new BRICS, the BRICS currency. Guys, this is right out of the pages of the beast kingdom that's rising in Revelation chapter 11 and chapter 13, and we will be there. Russia has also previously condemned Israel for targeting civilian areas during its wars in Lebanon and in Gaza. Also, relations between Russia and Iran have strengthened significantly since Moscow invaded Ukraine in 2022. And the U.S. has accused Iran of supplying Russia with weapons to be used in Ukraine. That is, Iran denies this claim, but it's obvious that it's happening. Matter of fact, as this conference opened up today, Putin said he wanted to create a new world order. You heard me right. A new world order for Moscow's allies to counter the West. I told you. A lot of people don't want to hear this. There's more than one group that's trying to form the New World Order or the one world government. Putin wants to lead it, and he's building a coalition of nations. The global elitists want to lead it. Many of them are part of your secret societies and are part of the Klaus Schwab World Economic Forum. And that includes American leaders, not all of our U.S. leaders. We have a split nation in America. Half the nation, the Democrat Party basically wants to be the globalists. They want to be part of the one world government, and the other party, especially being led by Trump, believes in America first and wants America to stand on its own 2 feet to lead the way for our nation and the best things for our nation, not a global one world governance that is linked with the United Nations. But here's what happened. Putin said Moscow supported the broadest possible international discussion on emerging multipolar world and was open to a discussion in various forms, including the Commonwealth of Independent States, also known as the Eurasian Economic Union, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, along with the BRICS. So it's Putin wanting to create a Commonwealth of Independent States, including also the Eurasian Economic Union, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization from China, and the BRICS nations, which is, of course, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, to create a new currency. Other regional leaders, including Pakistan President Zardari, also the heads of Central Asian nations, as Kazakhstan is there, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and of course, Turkmenistan, that are all at this conference, all the stands, okay? Except Afghanistan, which you would think would be there, but they're not, because Afghanistan really doesn't want to be a part of that Russian coalition because they had a long war with Russia. They want to be a part of an Islamic caliphate that is obviously Turkish President Erdogan wants to head up what's called the caliphate. And that's an Islamic religious coalition against the nation of Israel. Guys, these things are all happening right now at the same time. And this is why we're having such incredible situation that has developed. It really is incredible. This is why we're on the brink of World War III. Think this through. Israel's about ready to hit Iran. They vowed to hit them to repay them for all the attacks that they've been attacking Israel. Iran is responsible for Hezbollah's attack on Israel from the Gaza Strip. Iran is responsible for the Houthi rebels firing rockets at Israel and ships in the Mediterranean and the Persian Sea. Iran is responsible for Hezbollah, who has fired over 10,000 rockets at Israel since last year, October 7th, and is now involved in a major war with Israel in southern Lebanon. And Iran is behind the Iraqis, who are using killer drones out of Iraq, which they re-engineered from the United States drones and equipment we left behind when we pulled out of Iraq in 2014 under Barack Hussein Obama. And then attacks have also been coming from Syria and Syrian President Bashir al-Assad, who's also a very close ally with Vladimir Putin. And so all of these and the Islamic Jihad that's in Gaza and also others, the Iranians are supporting and funding all of these groups against Israel. And Iran is firing at Israel themselves. But Israel has vowed to repay Iran, and Israel has said, and it will be painful. But guess what? Russia is sitting down with the Iranian president right now, today. Guys, this is creating a scenario for the global war in the Bible. Now, in my book, Revelation 9:11, Let's see if I can even get the pixels to work on this one. Revelation 9:11. If you've got a copy of the book, please read it. If you haven't, get a copy over at Amazon. Go to Amazon and get a copy of it today. Get 3 copies, get 5 copies, and send them to the people that need them. Give them to family and friends, people who may even be Christian, who really need to know where we're at in Bible prophecy, but also give them to people who are not saved, because this book will wake them up. This book is written for the Christian and the unbeliever. It's written for those who are living now and those even who missed the rapture and will be living through the tribulation period. We really tried our best. Troy Anderson and I tried our very best to put this book together. You can get it at Amazon.com. You should go and get a copy of it. And the prophecies in this book of the book of Revelation, the things that are happening are incredibly leading. Are you serious? Are you even listening to me? I'm telling you, this is the time we're in. Whoever thought we'd be talking about 7 different Israel at war with 7 fronts, and that the main leader of that coalition, Iran, who are saying the very things that it says in the book of Psalms 83, where it talks about a coalition being built, a confederacy that talks about eliminating Israel and wiping Israel off the face of the map. That's exactly what the Iranians are saying every day. It's in their charter. It's in their DNA. It's what the radical Islamic leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, is preaching constantly. And now Putin is sitting there putting together a military deal with the Iranians and putting together a new currency deal that includes the Iranians and the Chinese. I mean, are you serious? This is the time we're in. I think we're in the really right at the edge of Jacob's troubles. I really think we are so close now to Ezekiel 38 and the battle of Gog and Magog. I think we're very, very close to the beginning of the beast kingdom and the soon rise of the Antichrist. Certainly, we're close to the building of the third temple and the sacrifice of the red heifers. That's why the war happened just when the red heifers showed up in Israel, and they start talking about how the fact they were getting ready to sacrifice one of the red heifers for the burning of the ashes. That is what the Iranians say why they used Hezbollah to come across the fences on the horrible attack on Israel on October 7th. So what I'm saying is we're in the last days. We're in it. And Sunday morning, so 2 things you should do. One, go watch tonight's interview with Larry Ragland on his YouTube channel called The Big Picture. He interviews me. We cover what's going on in the world, what's happening in the Middle East, what's happening with the United States and this current political environment. We talk about several different things. It's huge. It's a great program. Number 2, you should get my book, Revelation 9:11. Order it today. Amazon ships it real fast, so you'll get it in 2 days or something, or maybe 3 at the most. Some people get it the very next day. They ship it quickly, so get the order in today. And those of you who have gotten my book, Revelation 9:11, would you please leave a review? Leave a review so that people see just how powerful and what that book means to you and what you learned and your endorsement, so that people will see what's happening. We got some great, incredible reviews. It's very encouraging. And number 3, I'll be preaching this Sunday at Solid Rock Church in Birmingham, Alabama. If you can get here, you will not be disappointed. I believe the service starts at 10 o'clock, maybe 10:30. Just say 10 o'clock. Get there early. And come to Solid Rock Church in Birmingham, Alabama. Bishop Larry Ragland. And the church is amazing. We're having a great Elevate conference. I'll be preaching Sunday morning, and I am going to preach. I am going to preach on this coming beast kingdom, the rise of the Antichrist, the 2 witnesses, and the rapture of the church. I'm going to preach this message, literally, I'm going to literally break it down and make it simple, but understandable and relatable. And it will be one of the most prophetic sermons I have ever preached. It will be revealing of exactly, people ask all the time, where are we in Bible prophecy? If you'd want to know, be at Birmingham, Alabama, Sunday morning for the worship service. Don't miss it. Okay. I promise you, I'm going to let it all hang out on this one. We're in the last days. So my plea to everybody out there, please give your life to Jesus Christ. Okay. Don't mess around. Get right with God, because God is sitting on the throne and Jesus sits at the right hand of the Father. And I believe he's ready. I believe he's just saying, Father, when do you want me to go? I'm ready to go and gather the redeemed. Will you be ready to go, or will you be left behind? Give your life to Jesus Christ. Repent of your sins. Get saved. And oh, by the way, this is right now, as the sun sets, it's already begun in Israel. As the sun sets tonight, wherever you are, it's the beginning of the Day of Atonement. And it's a celebrated feast. And many people are sending their offerings in. I've been getting them all afternoon, their offerings with prayer request. Go to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. Send your offering with your prayer request and celebrate the feast of the day. It's known as the Yom Kippur, or the Day of Atonement. Matter of fact, I probably should just read about 3 verses here just to help people understand that we're not. And for those of you who say, "Oh, we're not under the law anymore," look, I understand we're not under the law. We're under grace, but the blessings of the law are for you. These are covenanted promises. These are a covenant with God. And here's what it says in Leviticus 23. You can start reading at verse 23. So Leviticus 23:23. And the Lord spake unto Moses. I said, the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, say, in the 7th month, which is what we're in right now, the month of Tishri, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of the trumpets, a holy convocation, or we call it Rosh Hashanah, or the Feast of Trumpets. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire. I'm almost done, honey. Come on in. Unto the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. Okay? And that's where we're at. And it shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. So do that today and be blessed. Receive the blessing of the Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. God bless all of you. Watch the interview with Larry Ragland with me tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern on his YouTube channel. You don't want to miss it. And come to Birmingham, Alabama, Sunday morning. You don't want to miss this prophetic message that we're going to preach. Don't miss it. God bless all of you.